Namaste. Good morning, students. So, once again, I am with you with the new point of grammar, and that is pronoun. Okay? First of all, we will understand what pronoun is. Pronoun means the word that takes the place of a noun. The word that is used in place of a noun is called pronoun. Let's understand this with one example. Pronouns are very important to understand because they form the sentence. Okay? Let's understand this pronoun through one example. Mayur is my brother. He is very kind. Here in the first sentence, where is the noun? Which noun is used? Mayur. This noun is used. Now in the second sentence, which pronoun is used for that noun? He. The word he refers to the noun Mayur. Again, we had not used the word Mayur. That Mayur is my brother, Mayur is very kind. We had not used. Instead of, in order to avoid repetition of the noun, we had used the pronoun in its place. Okay? So, he is called pronoun. Okay? So, in short, the word that is used in place of a noun is called pronoun. Here he is used in place of Mayur. That's why he is called pronoun. Now there are different kinds of pronoun. Let's understand this. Kinds of pronoun. Okay, the first one is personal pronoun. Now, in order to understand this pronoun in a very simple and in very easily, it is very important to understand one table that I am going to write here. Singular, plural. These all of you might have learnt in your primary level, but it is very important. This is the base of English grammar. So it's very important to know this. Nominative case, objective case, possessive case. Here first person, second person, third person. Here once again I am writing in short: nominative case, objective case and possessive case. Now, first of all, we will understand what is first person. First person means when I am talking about myself, it means first person. Okay. Now, second person. Second person means the person with whom I am talking. That person with whom I am talking, that person is second person. As for example, you. Okay. Third person means the person about whom I am talking. He may be present or may not be present, but he is with whom I am not talking, but about whom I am talking. That comes in the category of third person. Okay. So which type of pronoun are used in the first, second and third person, that we will see. In the first person, I is used. I means whom. Then in objective case, me, my. In plural, we, us, our. In the second person, the person with whom I am talking means you. Its objective will remain the same. Possessive case will be your. Plural will remain the same, you and your. Here in second person both singular and plural forms are similar. We have to understand according to the context of the sentence. He, him, his. She, her, it, its. Sorry, it, its. And here its plural will be they, objective case will be them and their. Now we will understand this in detail. Okay. Now the concept of first, second and third person is clear in your mind. Okay. Now this nominative case is also known as subjective case, or in another way it is also known as subject pronoun. All these words I, you, he, she, it, they are known as subject pronoun. Okay. I, for myself. You, the person with whom I am talking. He is used, you might have learnt at your primary level that he is used for male. She, it is used for female, for feminine gender. It is used for non-living thing or animals. Okay. So this comes in the category of nominative case. They are known as subject pronoun. These are known as subject pronoun. Another thing that we have to remember regarding this subject pronoun is that the subject pronouns are always used in the beginning of the sentence, of the declarative sentence. They are always used before verb. First subject pronoun and then verb. Okay. So sentence always starts with subject pronoun, and subject pronoun is always followed by verb. Okay. So is this clear about subject pronoun? Now let's and yes, the plural form of subject pronoun, this is nominative case, it is also known as subject pronoun, that we, plural of I, we. Right now we had seen a noun in number in the previous part, we had seen singular and plural form. In that we had seen I, its plural is we, you, singular, plural, both are the same. He, she, it, their plural will be they. All these are subject pronoun. Okay. Subject pronoun, where is its place? It's very important to understand their place so that it will be easier for you to identify the pronoun. Okay. Subject pronouns are used in the beginning of the sentence in assertive sentence, and they are always followed by verb. Okay. Then objective case. This objective case, it is also known as object pronoun. Me, you, him, her, it. All these words come in the category of object pronoun. Now object pronoun, when they are used, their place, they are used after the verb. See the difference where they are used. Subject pronoun is used before the verb, object pronouns are used after the verb. All these we will understand with example, but first of all let's understand all this all together. Okay. Possessive case, my, yes, the object pronoun, its plural us, you, them. Then this is the possessive case, my, your, his, her, its. They show possession, they show relation. Okay. So they come in the possessive case. They are also known as possessive pronoun. Okay. Its plural is our, your and their. Okay. We will understand all this subject pronoun and object pronoun through examples so that the concept will be very much clear in your mind. I am writing some examples. If I say I am a teacher. She asked me a question. Now here I is used in the beginning of the sentence, and after I is followed by verb am. So this is called subject pronoun. Subject pronoun is always used in the beginning of the sentence, in a declarative sentence, and it is followed by verb. Here she asked me a question. Here she is used in the beginning, so this is subject pronoun. Subject pronoun. Okay, then asked, it is followed by verb. Before verb subject pronoun is used, and after verb what is used? Object pronoun is used. Okay, so it's very easy to identify. And another way to remember subject pronoun and object pronoun, remember that table, that I, we, you, he, she, it, they, our, they, all this belong to subject pronoun, and me, us, him, you, they belong to object pronoun. Okay, now the question may arise in your mind that you can be used as subject pronoun also, and the same you can be used as object pronoun also. So how will you understand that here you is subject pronoun and here you is object pronoun? The question may arise in your mind. So let's understand this through one example. I will write 2 examples. You gave me a pen. This is one sentence. Another sentence, I will give you a pen. Okay, so here you is used in the beginning of a sentence. It is gave is a verb, it is used before verb, so here you is used as subject pronoun. Here I will give you pen. See, consider its place. From its place you can judge, you can identify whether it is subjective or objective pronoun. Okay, here will give is a verb, and after verb you is used, that's why here you is object pronoun. Okay, so this is the difference, subject pronoun and object pronoun. Okay, so I hope this is clear in your mind. And one another thing that you have to keep in mind while considering object pronoun and subject pronoun, that certain verbs are used with subject pronoun that we have to keep in mind. As for example, I am. I is always used with am. If in a sentence am is given and before am one blank is given, it means I must be there. I am. Then here I am writing singular, plural. These are the subject pronouns and these are the verbs. We are. You are. This is the subject pronoun. This is verb. With we, are should be used. You are. With he, she and it, singular verb is should be used, and if the subject pronoun is they, then are should be used. So this we have to keep in mind. So if you are asked the blank in this way, let's see some of the sentences. Blank am a doctor, and if you are asked to put proper subject pronoun, then there are so many subject pronoun, I, we, you, he, she, it, they. What will you write? Am is there, so with am only I should be used. Okay, blank is my sister. Here is there. It means that subject pronoun may be he or she or it. Now what will you write? Is my sister. The last word is sister. That's why for female we use she. Okay. Blank are my student. I am happy to see you. Now this blank is followed by are. So what can be the subject pronoun? With I, am is used. With he, she, is used. With they, we and you, are is used. Okay, so there is a possibility of these three subject pronouns. Now what to use from these three? Okay, so the hint is given to us in the second sentence. I am happy to see you. Here you is used. It means that here there should be you as subject pronoun. Okay, in relation to this you which is used in the next sentence. Okay, now we will see possessive pronoun. It's very easy. Possessive pronouns, it shows possession, it shows relation. Okay, as for example, in that table we had seen that my, your, his, her, our, their. Okay, all those type of nouns come in the category of possessive pronoun. Let's see, understand that through one example. He is my brother. We will go to blank house in vacation. He is my brother. My brother. So here my is possessive. It shows relation. We will go to blank house in vacation. Whose house? Brother's house. Here for brother we use the pronoun he. And in order to show the relation of he with house, we will use the possessive pronoun of he, his. Okay, we will see another example so that this will be clear in your mind. Neha is sharpening blank pencil. Now Neha, this noun is used, this subject is used in the beginning, and whose pencil? Neha's pencil. In order to avoid the repetition of the word Neha again, and in order to show possessor of Neha, that Neha's pencil, we will use possessive pronoun. And for Neha, subject pronoun she is used, and that's why we will use possessive case of she, her. Okay, so in this way we can understand possessive pronoun also. I hope you will understand this very well. In the next part we will discuss about possessive pronouns, its first possessive case and its second possessive case in the next part. Okay, goodbye, have a nice time and enjoy your study.